Hello everyone, my name is Shadow, and I will be your entertainer this evening. We are going to be playing some of the Cosmic Wheels Sisterhood again today, which is a lovely game, all about being a little bit witchy. So, let's get on into it. As always, we are going to go over the content warning again. This is a game that has a lot of adult themes, a lot of sexual themes, crude language, use of drugs, some themes of depression, anxiety, etc. So, as always, if any of these may be things that you are sensitive to, viewer discretion is advised. With that out of the way, let's continue our game. Jumping into Chapter 6, Pandemonium. Please wait here. Eugenia will be here in a moment. What is this? Am I dead? No, don't worry. You're not dead at all. I shouldn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you're extremely lucky. Eugenia is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. What? Come again? Oops, I said a bit too much, but everything is going to be alright. I must go. Just get comfortable. But, bye. Very helpful. Very helpful. Get comfortable, huh? It's the first time I've gotten to interact with one of these scenes. Let's look at space. I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell am I? Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with those fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? Just get comfortable. My clothes are still wet. And how did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys to the food truck on me. I hope Ava and Patrice managed to get back home okay. They seem like the sort that know how to hotwire something. This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've smelled before. It's a mixture of nature, fate, and possibility. Gravity feels different too, lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk, and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. It's trembling. This isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. Whoop, that's a deer. I love you already. What? Relax. I'm here to look after you. You were from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear. Very observant. My kin are what human witches call deer folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way? Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. You ascended. Please, don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. "32 cycles left until... oh, probably until the campaign's over. I don't remember what voice I gave her. Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is, what do we do with this massive behemoth?" He does look a little silly like that. "Yeah, that. What do we do with your sister's savior? What could we possibly do with the help of an almighty being, older than time, who's able to grant wishes?" "Can you make everyone vote for us?" "Yes. What are you willing to pay in exchange?" "Ha! No need for that. Fortuna is a wish granter herself at this point. She already wrote that we'll win the elections." "Why bother doing anything then?" "I am compelled by some cosmic force." "Ah, I see. We are sentient puppets at this point, aren't we, Fortuna?" "Would you like me to write you some free will?" "Yep, I'll make you do all sorts of funny things, or I'm sorry." Ironically, if I wrote them free will, it wouldn't really be free will, would it? But hey, let's offer. Would you like me to write you some free will? We haven't explored how well the deck fares against paradoxes. That's an interesting line of investigation. Ahem. Let's focus on the task at hand, please. Oops, sure. What can a behemoth do for free? I could disguise myself as a familiar and deliver messages. I can harvest energy. I can spread rumors. Interesting. And I think that's about it, if we don't want to draw too much attention to my powers. It's already more than I expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectations, oh dominant sister. Which grim roar of clowns did you find this one in, Fortuna? Let's check the vibe of the coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the coven with the dream ball, which I'm guessing is this thing. Lovely little crystal ball. The dream ball allows us to get real-time readings on the community's desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote intention. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. I mean, I wasn't expecting Compressor to do very well, but still. 11% versus the rest of us is not much. Every action we perform, and the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies, and that'll be reflected in the Dream Ball's readings. I added some men's runes to filter vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their votes, but you also plan on becoming their leader, so you'd better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, your sister is one of the Coven's archivists. I already wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have time to go and do some studying. Do I really have to? Or, whoa, thank you so much. Oh, if we're actually gonna try and do this. Thank you. I got you. Now about how we are going to operate. Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being exiled and all. But but we will act as your will outside this room. Just let us know what you want us to do, and we'll set out to do so. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy for your deck. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understood. But wait, what do I do while you're all out? I mean, you can make cards, you can study. I still kind of wish this had turned into a little tea time sort of thing. Do your homework. Do some studying, make cards. Or jerk off to relieve pressure. Patrice! What? It works, trust me. Always so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry, I don't think you'll get too much idle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Of course you would say that, Abramer. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters put their trust in us. Yes, of course. It was a figure of speech. Coming from you, I kind of doubt that. Okay, we can never be too safe with you. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I almost forgot. Got something for you, Fortuna. Earth energy. Myself, personal growth, and self-realization. Last year, I spent a great deal of time cataloging the Coven's texts and treatises on objects of power, and there was one specific object that kept making me think of you. Here. The root of a plum. Swallow it, and it'll increase your powers of persuasion. Oh wow, thank you, Patrice. Well, that's definitely single use. It'll live in your stomach for decades, but never mind. Liberating the very essence of your willpower, atom by atom. It'll also siphon away your self-doubt. It'll be especially handy for debates against other candidates, or for striking deals when dealing with visits here at home. That's just perfect. Thank you so much. I got you covered. Anyway, let's get to work. Let's make sure we all have a task and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. Alright, tasks. Okay. Oh, novices don't like me that much. Interesting. It's like Jasmine. Of course the warriors are with Dahlia. It's pretty much her entire thing. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, since I'm kind of an oracle in my entirety. Well, I guess I need to see what sort of tasks they can do. I'd like you to look for allies and opportunities, challenge an opponent's program, promote our program, dig up dirt on our opponents, harvest energy, or never mind. And a Brahmer can look for allies and opportunities, dig up dirt on our opponents, or harvest energy. A Brahmer should look for allies. Understood. I'll comb the cosmos and see what I can find. And Patrice can promote our program, I think. Let's focus our efforts on this group. Hold on. Let me actually look at this again. Because we are surprisingly low with novices. Producers are pretty fond of Jasmine. Oh, there's a different number of each, too. Which one's got the most? Academics has 25. Academics has the most, it looks like. Obviously, the full coven has the most, but academics and producers seems to be the biggest. 27 versus 45. It's a difference of 18. It's a difference of 16. So producers we have a larger difference in. So promote our program. And let's focus on producers at the moment. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be back in a few cycles. Exit out of this. We have a visitor. Not one I've met before. Possibly Capressa based on what it looks like. Yep. Witch Fortuna, I would like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I am interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift our coven is about to experience. Kind regards, Capressa, their historian witch. Alright, let's meet her. Fancy. Hello. I am Capressa. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I am Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself formally before the race becomes hectic. That is so kind of you. I am sorry that you had to come all the way here. There are still 800 years of exile left in the sentence Adana cast over me. I'm well aware. Adana often confided in me. The fear you inspired in her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh wow. I don't know how to feel about that. It's kind of cool watching the flowers just bloom across her. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check? To form my own judgment. I promise I carry the best of intentions. Adana was right. You should fear me too, or don't be so harsh. I'm nice, I promise. Ooh, this is a bit of a lie. Say I carry the best of intentions. I carry the best of intentions for myself. I guess I'm sort of starting to care about the coven. I promise I carry the best of intentions. I don't know. My flowers become restless when exposed to your voice. There's something about you inevitable, like a forest fire. And no matter its intentions, fire is fire. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire from the race. What? Why? Haha, nice strategy. Or get out of my house immediately. We know exactly why she doesn't want everyone else in the race. Haha, nice strategy. I didn't say that in jest. You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That's what made Adana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods, and was far detached from your human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, Jasmine, you have an uncountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed. Even what you consider virtues such as ambition or mercy, or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment, cloud your judgment. Flaws, flaws, flaws. How are you better than us? But without feelings, can you truly care for your peers? Or, okay, you're a psychopath, get out of my house. But without feelings, can you truly care for your peers? There are many beings in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind, precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too phonocentric to see other forms of coexistence. As a tree, my entelechy is that of growth and community. I lack individuality. I'm just part of a forest. We, the plants, grow, expand, and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you are immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You are devourers of worlds, and we the plants are their healers. I am going to take care of you, no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What's the most important quality in a leader? Intelligence, selflessness, empathy, charisma, or integrity? Well, that's a strong question. Quite frankly, a lot of these are important. Intelligence, so that you make the right decisions. Selflessness, to care about those you're leading. Empathy, kind of the same as selflessness. Integrity. Integrity. I'm gonna say empathy for this one. A very useful trait to understand the fear and needs of your community. Probably the trait in which I am most lacking. But empathy is a double-edged sword. Historically, empathetic leaders often crash and burn, overwhelmed by the contradicting angst of their people. She was just going to insult whatever I chose. A characteristic that can quickly turn to weakness. Maybe, but selflessness. That's the most important trait in a leader. To put the group's needs before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of it. All those emotions we talked about before, they're what makes them possible. I wonder if she really thinks she's going to get all the human witches to vote for her like that. Clearly there are a lot of non-human witches in the coven, but we've also seen a very many human witches. Satisfaction, respect, honor, friendship, the list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not of selfless existences. A leader deprived of all that is just an automata? You're right, but I still want to lead. Are you implying that humans should never lead? What's an automata? Definition. A moving mechanical device made in imitation of a human being. Not sure if that's quite accurate. Are you implying that humans should never lead? I think is the best answer there. Unavoidable, yes. On Earth, they don't have much of a choice, with all sentient life being underdeveloped besides them. But here, we have gods. We have dear folk. You have me. What if I don't want to be ruled? What if I don't agree with what allegedly superior beings have devised for me? I want to create a world closer to my vision. Isn't that egotistical? Yes, and I don't care. This is what I want. Not really. I'm genuinely trying to do what's best. Yes, but is there any other option? Not really. I'm genuinely trying to do what's best. She is absolutely trying to lead me into a trap here. How naive. Wishing to be right doesn't make it so. Probably. I'm afraid that in the end, it all boils down to what each of us wants. You may be right about that. Listen, Capressa. Good luck with the race. Would you like me to read your fortune? Use the Eye of Adana to look inside Capressa. She's supposedly spoken with Adana, so I feel like she knows what would happen if I read her fortune. I want to offer it anyway. Would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course, my priority is to help the coven. Very well. Let's see what fortune has in store for me. Tell me, what is it you wish to ask the cards? There is only one thing on my mind, something very dear to me. Will I be able to safeguard Adana's legacy? Of all the eras I've lived through, Adana's has been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of some of her sisters, but sure. Please, don't poison the reading with your resentment. That's improper of an oracle. You're right. I will focus on your honest will. Think about Adana while I shuffle my deck. Lauda Finem, consciousness of the many selves, relentless rectitude, determination, rightfulness, alliance, happiness, indifference, and stagnation. No, but you will make peace with it and find new forms of happiness. Yes, the coven will idolize Adana and her sacrifice. Most will follow her philosophy, even if it's not the official rule anymore. No, the pressure of this face will become so unbearable that you will lose your mind. Nothing will matter after that. Oh, that is not... Nope, we're not doing that one. Ooh. No, but you will make peace with it and find new forms of happiness. Yes, the coven will idolize Adana and her sacrifice. Both of these seem good, so which one do I want more of? There's a lot of earth energy here and a lot of water energy here. Both of which I am running low on. But this one I can get some earth energy and some water energy. So I can do no, but you will make peace with it and find new forms of happiness. Let's do that one. ... What's up? Happiness is always good news, isn't it? Happiness means nothing to me. What I want is for Adana's work to be eternal. Nothing is eternal. I know. I knew this endeavor was meaningless from the moment I set out to do it. But still, I needed to try. Will you give up now? No. Even if it's just the tiniest fraction, keeping some of Adana's legacy alive is priceless. I see. Thank you for allowing me to peek into the future, Fortune. Fortuna. And thanks for having me at your home. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. Oh hey, one of them's back. I guess that's not how I talk to him. Dahlia's pulling ahead of Jasmine. I found someone interesting. I subtly induced the idea that she should pay you a visit. Her name is Manaka, head of the Explorers. That's not a real position in the coven. It's an honorific title she got from the rest of the Explorers, which may be even more important than an official designation. More often than not, Manaka roams the outer edges of the known universe, mapping every star and planet. She even developed a shape-shifting orrery that keeps track of any changes to any astral body that the Coven has charted in real time. Just recently, Manaka came back to the Coven because of the elections. If we can get her on our side, we can easily win the confidence of every explorer witch in the Coven. That'll be good. I'd like you to... I don't want to do that. More allies and opportunities then. Understood. He'll be out for a little longer then. Don't have any visitors, so do some studying. I think I want a little more energy before I do another card. What to do? Read Patrice's demographic analysis. Let's see what Patrice prepared for me. Demographic, novices. The freshly ascended, witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Though bear in mind how time works in this immortal society. Some novices find their place in the first few years, but some others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first, and to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. The novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. I've got an explorer visiting. I want to see if I can find the explorer one. Academics, which is so absorbed with the mysteries of this cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying it. They are one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics, since they're constantly furthering our craft and talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old and wise, academics are the oldest demographic on average. You can count them as the biggest elder representation in this race. In fact, Capressa is one of them, so she may have a slight advantage in this front. Strategy guide. Academics like quiet, control, respect, protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos. Be it gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matter, you name it. They pride themselves on providing. Without them, we'd lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics have an almost symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academics' endless research. In exchange, they reap the latest techniques for furthering the exploitation of this universe. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Strategy Guide. Producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Warriors. They're just not giving me explorers. Hunters, guardians, and soldiers, specialized in all kinds of combat and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide rare materials from daemons and other dangerous beings, and they also craft weapons. It's the hardest group to belong to, and it's a very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them, and I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. Strategy Guide. Warriors are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they're going to be on Dahlia's side. There it is, explorers. These witches continuously chart this cosmos. Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so anything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. Strategy Guide. They're pretty easy. Throw them a bone and here and there and they'll support us. Although the same goes for the other parties too. Studied enough, best not to overdo it. Oop. Sleep, I guess. I'll just rest for a bit. You dream about. You are walking your pet lizard through a maze of uneven rocks. From time to time, the lizard disappears beneath the rocks and comes out with surreal insects. A rainbow mantis with 12 eyes, an obsidian beetle with the face of a moai statue, a caterpillar with spiral markings running with quicksilver. At the end of the maze, you find a cauldron and make soup with the bugs. And I have some visitors. Ah, my good friend. Also, my parole officer. Dear Fortuna, I need to bring you up to date regarding an active conflict that may affect the current elections. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Yours faithfully, Thea. Arbiter Badge 210. Rank Waxing Crescent. Or, my dear mentor Fortuna, is it okay to visit, or are you busy with the political campaign? I'm getting the hang of my powers now. Maybe there's a way for me to help you. Hugs, Cassia the Peppermancer. Let's see Cassia. Flies in on fire. Look at all these bottles she's made. Hello! Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Well, you were dead right. My first few weeks as a witch have been quite an ordeal. The elders giving you much headache? They're ruthless and insatiable. They've had me summoning spirits, dispelling magical locks, harvesting energy, you name it. And how are you faring so far? Well, you know the answer to that question already. They're tearing me a new one. It's like they get off to my failures or something. I know they're just using me to make a point against scouting Adonna's remains and welcoming more novices, but give me a break. I'm sorry you got caught up in this election nonsense. It's alright. Beats being depressed in my apartment on Earth, I guess. I'll do my best to turn this coven into a place where you can be happy. You're the best. Thank you so much. And speaking of which, I'd like to join your party. Please? I'll do anything, grabbing cosmic coffee or whatever the equivalent is in this case. I just want to help in any way I can. Oh, that's so nice of you. So, will you have me on board? I would be thrilled to have her on board, but I don't want to tangle her up in politics. She's kind of like my child in this case. Oh. Not to mention, she's already got a bunch of the elders on her ass. She doesn't need my influence to make them dislike her. That being said, I could use an ally. Oh, I wish Patrice was here. We could use the ally, we really could. Of course, we'd be thrilled to have you. Yes! Thank you so much for this opportunity, Fortuna. You won't regret it. I'm gonna do my best and then some. That's a good attitude. You're already in our headquarters, so find a comfortable spot, and I'll come up with something for you to help us with. Understood. Rising Star, recruit the Peppermancer. There's Patrice. A day too late. Jasmine organized a meetup in her garden to get to know all the novices better. I don't know what transpired at that little tea party, but many of them want to support Jasmine now. Let's be careful. Wow, Jasmine pulled ahead very easily. Goodness. I don't think Cassia's going to know much about the opponents to be able to challenge that. Could be useful for harvesting energy, though. Oh, harvesting energy! How exciting! I'll bring lots of it. Whereas Patrice... I think my meeting with the producers was good. They're all too fond of Jasmine, but I still managed to snatch some votes towards our side. The producers are quite interested in the community service thing, by the way. Good move. So for Jasmine... Not Jasmine. For Patrice. Hold on, let me go through. Oh, wow, she got, like, all the novices. That's impressive. It's gonna be pretty hard to get the warriors away from Dahlia. Got a meeting with an explorer, so I can do that myself. The academics... There's 25 of them, so that would be useful. They're gonna pull something to get the oracles off my side, I'm sure. As odd as that is... I think I should have Patrice go after the academics now. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be back in a few cycles. And then I have visitors. Thea was here first, so I'll invite her next. Oh, dear. Hello again, Fortuna. Oh shit, what happened to you? Oh well, it's nothing serious, really. There are many ways of seeing beyond using our human eyes. But I sure hope this is the injury you foretold, and this mission doesn't cost me more than an eye. Oh, right. I'm so sorry. It's okay, just the price of duty. Okay. What's this about an active conflict? Should we be worried? Well, there's an internal war going on within the coven of the Jade Sculptors. The conflict escalated quicker than we anticipated, and there have been many witch casualties in a matter of weeks. So the arbitrage office had to intervene to minimize casualties and, above all, keep it contained and make sure no other coven takes part in the conflict. I see. First and foremost, we want to ask every coven to refrain from engaging in combat, no matter what the sculptors offer. Should you wish to offer assistance, keep it humanitarian. In fact, there is someone I would like to send your way. Your counsel has been very valuable to me, and, by extension, to the arbitrage office. Maybe you will be able to do the same for a group of refugees that had to leave the Jade Sculptors to save their skin. We need to bring some order into this chaos. Very well. I'll talk with my team and see what we can do. Depending on how you handle it, it may be an opportunity. Shouldn't the arbitrage office be neutral? Not exactly. We have an objective, and that's to preserve peace within witch society. Our policy is to avoid meddling in internal conflicts, unless they become a threat to the rest of the community, like in this case. When the, shit hits the fan, as they say, we do whatever is best to keep the turmoil in check. And in this case, we thought that your newfound party is the best suited to this specific issue. I see. I'm giving notice to the office. They will tell Zira, the representative of the refugees, to make contact with you. Okay, I can't promise anything though. You meet with her, no strings attached, and decide if there is something your party can do to help. That I can do. Very well, that'll be all. Something to confess? No way. Protocol. But, I do have something to confess. Not to the arbitrage office, but to you. We'll keep this out of the book. Your prediction came true. I've fallen in love. That's fantastic. But what about relationships being forbidden in the office? Well, we're keeping it secret. She's another arbiter, and we make sure we're assigned to the same missions. I mean, I've spent centuries diligently serving the arbiters. This forbidden adventure is making me feel so alive. And I love her so much. I'm happy for you. Glad to see you're enjoying the forbiddenness of it all. Yeah, I mean, what a waste of immortality if you don't bend the rules, am I right? Oh, I'm so sorry, Taya. You bet. Anyway, if you don't hear from me again, it's because we've been caught and we eloped. We have an emergency plan ready for the occasion. Looks like you're looking forward to it, even. Maybe. Well, I wish you happiness, one way or another. Thank you. Take care, Fortuna. And thank you for everything. You too. Oh. Knowing that that's at least somewhat my fault is, unfortunate. Well, I know who that is. Let's just see what, he has to say, so we can get him back out. I found someone interesting. I subtly induced the idea that she should pay you a visit. Her name is Woon, Witch of Entropy and Decay. Like you and Adana, she's one of the Oracle Witches in the Coven. She's able to read the entropy in any system, no matter whether it's a machine, a community, a building, an astral body, or even an idea. Basically, Woon can discern what actions will accelerate or prevent the decay of just about anything. Maybe she can help us find the weak spot in our opponent's strategies. I'd like you to... I'm starting to run out of window space. Huh. Turning invisible may prove useful for this. Let me see what I can find. I'll be back. I don't really want him to, but that's where we're at. I think this is gonna be Eugenia. Yep. How come you didn't let your mentor know that you're allowed to receive visits now? Is everything alright? I don't want to be a bother, but I would like to visit you and see how you've been doing after 2 centuries of exile. Looking forward to seeing you again, Eugenia. And this is I think the one that looked like a mummy. Yeah, Janrisha. To the attention of Witch Fortuna. It's the moment of truth. Let's confirm whether our paths align or diverge. Let's start with the Explorer Witch. Dear Sister Fortuna, my name is Minaka. I am one of the Explorer Witches of our coven. I am meeting with members of every party to assess the best prospect for our projects, continued research of this cosmos, and, of course, the well-being of all our sisters. Looking forward to meeting you, Minaka. Watch your head, there's a couple of familiars in the window. That's a cool design with the sextant in the back. I think it's a sextant. Hello, Fortuna. So nice to meet you. Likewise. It's an honor to meet with the head of the Explorers. Ah, I'm no head of anything, dear. The rest of the Explorers like to call me that, but it's just an affectionate way of calling me old. I know, many witches hold you in great esteem. Not only Explorers. Well, I mentored a lot of them. I understand the daughterly love. But there's no such thing as a head, leader, or chief of the Explorers. In any case, I'm sure you have a lot of pull among them. I won't deny that. My word carries more weight than I'd like, but that's not something I sought out. I'd never brandish that love as a tool for command. Anyway, enough about me. I've always wanted to meet you. Did you know I was planning on paying you a visit right before you were exiled? Oh yeah. At that time, we were looking for an oracle to help us design a plan to travel inside a black hole. Oh, whoa, I would have loved to be a part of that. Well, unfortunately, that project was cancelled after we lost a young explorer to the black hole. The oracle that was helping us at the time told us she wasn't dead, but transported to a different era. That we'd probably never see her again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe with you on our side it would have gone differently. We'll never know, I guess. Look at me, talking about myself again. I'm so sorry. Let's focus on the present, or you could have me telling more stories until the end of the race. It's quite alright. So, you're visiting every candidate. How's that going so far? It keeps getting harder and harder. Not just visiting the candidates, but also their advisors and other team members. And I just love you all too much. The future is going to be bright, no matter who wins. You love everyone, even Capressa. The future will be brightest with us, or I agree. It's a pity we have to compete to begin with. As much as I want to pull the even Capressa thing, I think she'll like this best. Not to be manipulative or anything, but I agree. It's a pity we have to compete to begin with. And to be honest, I kind of would like Jasmine and Dahlia on my council. If I do win. I mean, I'm going to win because I wrote it in the cards, but you know. I know, it must be hard on you. You, Jasmine, and Dahlia are pretty close, right? My true family, I'd say. I hope this race makes you even closer after the dust settles. Yeah, me too. I wish I could have enjoyed some quiet time with my loved ones before getting thrown back into witch society this hard. We rarely choose our struggles. Why don't you stay out of it if the race is this hard on you? I should have, shouldn't I? But I guess I do care about the fate of this coven. That's why I have to make sure it's our program we move forward with. Ah, the clash of friendship and conviction. So tell me, is there a way to count on your support? Ha, so blunt. That's a good sign. It's not that there's something specific you can do to get my vote, but yours is the only party with an oracle in it. I'm curious about that. So if it's not rude to ask, I would like to experience your divination. Specifically, how it may benefit the everlasting task of charting this universe. What did you have in mind? A simple request. Tell me about somewhere I haven't been. Not so simple, considering you're famous for having been everywhere. Everywhere known, at least. I guess there's no harm in writing up a place for Minaka to find. Should I overdo it and impress her, or should I stick to her request? Let's totally overdo this. No, I'll play it safe. I'll play it safe. Very well. I accept your challenge. Haha, it's not a challenge, my dear. Ahem. Well, you're right. It is a challenge. Fair enough. It's alright. I can deliver. Let's ask my deck for somewhere you haven't been. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. Hold tight to that excitement while I shuffle my deck. And connect with what you felt the first time you visited an uncharted place. There's a naturally formed icosahedron the size of Everest in orbit around Jupiter between its 5th and 6th moon. Close to the black hole you last studied, you missed the remnants of a planet once mined by the Quarry Titans. Adrift inside the Horsehead Nebula, you'll find the skull of a massive behemoth the size of the Moonstone Temple. That has all 4 energies. That one's mostly Earth. Mostly Earth as well. I like this one. This one's kind of cool looking. Plus it gives me all 4. Could use that. Adrift inside the Horsehead Nebula, you'll find the skull of a massive behemoth, the size of the Moonstone Temple. How recent is it? I doubt we would have overlooked something so prominent. I don't know, but I'm certain you'll find it there should you explore the Horsehead Nebula once more. It's a risky bet. Are you sure you want me to go all the way there? I am 100% sure that you will find it. Very well. I'll bet on your divination. What you just did. It's something else. I am leaving immediately to explore. Can't wait to hear back from you. You can bet you will. Thank you so much for indulging me. Oh, we got a couple of them back. Dahlia's team has been going round promoting the wonders of spreading Adana's remains and welcoming more witches. The novices were especially into it. And some explorers and even some producers saw the benefits of increasing their workforce. Even though we're running the same point in our program, I guess Dahlia's promoting it with more charisma. Really at a loss to why Dahlia is so successful. Let's not let down our guard on this, or it may cost us the race. I had a long chat with some academics. I believe it went pretty well. As one of the Coven's archivists, I know most of the academics well, say it was a productive meeting. I got many of them to see the potential of our proposal. They were especially interested in the permit system for the forbidden arts. It makes them feel safe to know that no novice could misuse dangerous magic, but they like that it allows them to make good use of the most powerful spells. Good work. I hope this works. I extracted this energy from my peppers. It may be a bit spicy. I hope you like it. Nice. Okay. Novices tilted towards Jasmine. Producers are mostly on my side. Warriors... Sorry, Dahlia, not Jasmine. Warriors are all going to be for Dahlia. Explorers tilted towards Dahlia. Academics are mostly on my side. Oracle's mostly on my side. I think if we can get the novices next, we'll be good. Promote our program for novices. Okay, I'll do my best. Be back in a few cycles. And I have nothing with novices. Let's harvest energy again. Should probably meet with Eugenia. She might be willing to join the campaign and help with stuff. Hello, Fortuna. I'm so happy to see you. And that look at your eyes. Exile has been tough, right? There's so much fire energy in you now. You've grown stronger. Intimidating, even. I'm happy to see you too, Master. Read into her energies or stay humble? Let's stay humble. So... I guess that after all these years, I must have 2 centuries worth of pent-up luxury coming my way, right? Come again? Why would you? It's terrible enough that you had to spend all this time in exile. I should be the one listening to you today. I'm eager to hear the insights of an oracle who survived 200 years of isolation. Oh. I wasn't ready for this. I totally thought you'd be ashamed or angry. In the beginning, maybe. But I'm not the same witch you knew hundreds of years ago. I guess none of those you knew actually exist anymore as you remembered them. That's a sad thought. But yeah, I feel a bit alien, even among my closest friends. Losing you has changed us all. Being cut off from my dear pupils so abruptly, it made me question my identity and my purpose. Master, today I'm here to listen to you. Tell me about exile. Oh, this is gonna be a rough conversation. I don't really have much to tell you about exile. I don't think I'll ever fully heal from this. It made me stronger. I'm way more powerful now. Oh, this is our mentor. We've got to be honest with her. I don't think I'll ever fully heal from this. It's been too much, Master. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to live through. No one to talk to. Eventually I started to hallucinate. I tried to escape my mind through fiction, substances. But no matter the stimulus, when in isolation, you go numb to it all. Memory becomes a mirage, not a single landmark in time to allow you to differentiate one day from another. It's been endless, and at the same time, I can barely remember it. The only thing remaining is this damage that I need to figure out how to outlive. Oh, Fortuna. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing this with me. I am here for you, and I'm going to help you find your peace, okay? Thank you. And what about the behemoths you summoned? uh, How do you... Uh... uh Fortuna. It was me who taught you the forbidden song. Of course I was going to notice. I'm so sorry, I was desperate. You know what? I don't regret using it. Why did you teach it to me to begin with? Why did you? Why did you teach it to me to begin with? Calm down. You did nothing wrong. I taught you that spell for a reason. It would be twisted to teach you something that you weren't meant to use. You knew that I'd eventually summon a behemoth? I wanted you to have the option. The option? The option to break the magical pact? Yes. You see, laws are just an agreement between members of a community to have some broad guidelines about what is correct and what is not. But hardly any law survives every context. Plus, to be frank, most of us are shoved into a system of rules we haven't previously agreed upon. I hear you. In this case, it saved my life. I knew that this day would come, that the moment you used the forbidden song, you would become a fully fledged witch. You are no longer my apprentice, and I am no longer your master. That makes me feel kinda sad, or I can finally stop feeling like a child. That does feel kind of sad. Me too. But now we can relax and become something better than mentor and mentee. Now we can be friends, and I can rely on you. We can rely on each other. It's gonna be weird to treat you the way I treat my friends. I'm starting to regret this. Fortuna, I am proud of you. You're gonna make me cry. Who would have thought that praise is what would finally break through your armor? Whatever. It's been a difficult couple of centuries. I know, my friend. I know. By the way, speaking of surprises, what's this about you getting into politics? Patrice forced me to, basically. I want to fix Adonna's damage. I want to help create a better universe. I don't really know. I want to help create a better universe. Because, yeah, Patrice did kind of force us into it, but, you know, at this point, if we're doing it, we might as well do it for ourselves. That's so unlike you. Hey, what does that mean? Sorry. I mean, this is good, I think. You've always been so self-centered. I never expected that 200 years alone with yourself would change that. I guess I finally got sick of myself. I'm sure it'll pass. Can I help in any way? Can you vouch for us among the academics? Can you inspire the novices? Don't worry, we've got this. I think we've got the academics because of Patrice. We could use some help with the novices. Would you try to inspire the novices for us? Absolutely. It'll be my pleasure. Thank you so much. Now, I can't wait anymore. Legend is spreading fast within the coven. I want to see your new deck, please. No, I want to experience it. I don't think that's a good idea or okay, but first I should warn you about its true nature. Okay. Oh, and what may that be? Adonna's corpse visited me not long ago and explained why she sent me to exile. She realized it way before any of us, that what I do is not fortune-telling. I'm not reading into the unknown, I'm writing it. I can modify not only the future, but everything that didn't happen in the past. I can basically alter reality. Adonna's always been quite perceptive. I'm ashamed that I didn't notice it before, being the closest to you and your magical development. I could have guided you better should we have known about this earlier. You taught me perfectly. Plus, I was happier before learning what my powers actually entail. Oh, so your prediction about the fall of the coven. Yeah, I doomed us all. I see. I guess that's in part why I got into politics, in hopes there's a way to minimize the damage. Knowing that, do you still want to subject yourself to my new deck? Yes. Oh. It's my responsibility. I brought you up. Just be mindful about what you ask. I do interpret the cards, but I don't control what card I'll draw. Very well. Okay, deep breaths. What future do you want to alter? Not the future. If I understood you properly, we can work with everything that didn't happen, right? Oh, right. I can't erase anything, but I can sew in new realities, especially around times where our collective memories are fuzzy. Times in which nothing of worth seemed to happen. I understand. Then, I want you to write us a happy memory and an important lesson. Oh, that's unexpected. What's this about? Regret? Disappointment? I did so much thinking when Idana took you away from me, and I feel I should have been less strict and put more time into enjoying ourselves. Now you're telling me that you have the power to fix that, so let's see if you can turn me into a better mentor, even retroactively. Wow, okay. Focus on your pride and your compassion while I shuffle my deck. Oh, how very fitting. A valuable lesson. Authority, sabotage, adversity, guardian, ego, justice, judgment, test, support, success. Well, I think we all know where this one needs to go. You confide in me a way to summon the strength of your familiar, the opaline squirrel, as a conduit to channel the 4 elements at the same time. You taught me another forbidden spell to siphon magic from any witch who visited my dominion. Or you taught me to create a magical stash that would slowly grow during my penance, so I would have a meaty magical reserve for when I came back. Whew. These are all quite powerful. Damn. That's a lot of fire energy. That's a lot of earth energy. Should I be using forbidden spells again, though? Maybe not. I do have a lot of air energy already. That is pretty cool looking, though. So this is an ability upgrade in some form. A stash of energy would be pretty useful. That would make it so I wouldn't need to send Cassia out to harvest energy quite as much. I do quite like this one. But I feel like I would need to actively use it, is the problem. And I also feel like people would start noticing. I think this one's most useful here. You taught me to create a magical stash that would slowly grow during my penance, so I would have a meaty magical reserve ready for when I came back. Oh yes, I remember that. And don't call it a magical stash. It was an astrologer's dream catcher. After 200 years, it must be ripe for the harvest. Whoa, it's so uncanny. You immediately switched to that reality. Ah, oh. I cast the spell myself, and I could swear this really happened. Well, it really happened. I remember it clearly. What you cast wasn't an illusion after all. We lived through that. True. Amazing. You want to open it now? See how much energy it gathered? Absolutely. Okay, here I go. That's a pretty decent amount. Whoa. Incredible. This feels like cheating. I don't think so. You sacrificed a bit of your past in exchange for this power. The cosmic balance is kept. You'll eventually run out of past if you keep exploiting this. Right, but still. I think that was like almost 10 of each. Enjoy it. You own it. You used your abilities and your own time, after all. I guess. Still processing it. Blue Whisper. Communication, peace, justice. Okay. I really loved that time you took me camping in one of the beautiful valleys in the Deerfolk realm. It was peaceful. I remember how your ears went wild the first time I baked you a margarita pizza. Well, that's kinda cute. This one's water and earth. Could use the earth energy. This one has air and water and earth. I'm not very low on air at all. I could use water and earth. I really loved that time that you took me camping in one of the beautiful valleys in the Deerfolk realm. It was so peaceful. Oh yes, I feel that's when you finally opened up to me. Yes, I remember it too. And do you know why that happened? Of course, it was that broth we prepared together. Foraging for the ingredients, getting water from the river, starting a fire. And how comforting it was. Ah, we drank from it in silence, letting it warm us to fight the wet cold of the valley. A true bonding experience. It was very nice, but that wasn't what made me lower my guard. Oh? What was it then? When you fell down on your ass when a grasshopper jumped out of nowhere. What? That? Why? The little scream and the dumb look on your face were priceless. And that made you trust me. Absolutely. Up to that point, you were nothing but perfection. Master the elements of the elements, Eugenia, oh so wise and faultless. But you fell on your ass. Really? Suddenly you were within my reach. If a millennium-old witch can fall on her ass, everything is alright. I can aim to become that. Anyway, what do you think about my true talents? I understand why Adana was scared enough to deprive you of your old deck. But I'm not scared at all, because I know you. Adana didn't. She made a grave mistake. If Adana had told you the truth, you would have treated your newfound power with care. I have no doubt about it. But sentencing you to a millennium of exile, that's dangerous. You could have gone insane, and I don't even want to think about a mad witch with the power to alter reality. I'm so glad I taught you the song to summon a Brahmer. Wait, you know a Brahmer? Not personally, but my mentor did. She taught me the forbidden song, and told many tales about a Brahmer. But I never got to use the spell myself. Pity, or wait, tell me more about your mentor and a Brahmer. Wait, tell me more about your mentor and a Brahmer. My mentor was a Sumerian witch, master of shapeshifting. She was one of the founders of our coven. Apparently they had to dispel a Brahmer because one of the sisters made a pact that endangered the fabric of time itself. My mentor rarely talked about the incident because it brought her sour memories that tainted her transformations, but they had to erase their sister out of existence and chain a Brahmer back into the Forbidden Zone. I know a Brahmer isn't happy about that. I'm sure, and my mentor felt quite sorry for everything. But what could they do? The price was too high. In any case, my mentor spoke fondly about their time with the Brahmin. Kind of sad I never got to summon him myself. How are you liking him? I like him very much. I owe him my life. I don't really trust him. I both hate him and love him, or I don't know the behemoth is just a tool to me. I do like him. I like him. He's very pleasant. I like him very much. I owe him my life. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad you found such a good ally. It's rare to hear you talk so fondly about anybody. I guess that extra-dimensional beings are my weak spot. Ha! Listen, I want you to have something. I believe my dominion may prove a very powerful sphere for your creations. The 4 elements converge there, after all. Nice. It's not as expensive as some of the ones I've gotten. Thank you. Whoa, this is gonna come in handy, alright. Plus, it's very nice to have a card that represents the place I grew up as a witch. Ah, Fortuna. Thank you, Eugenia. Okay, tea time's over. Now you focus on the campaign. Change the world, my child. Yes. Come back soon. Aw, you're not gonna stay. That is unfortunate. I think I just lost 2 cycles. Got another visitor. Oh, I have way too many visitors. What's up, Abramer? I'm back from my spy mission. Found something a bit worrying about our friend Jasmine. Presumably with the best of intentions, but still quite unethically in my opinion. Jasmine has been adding some performance enhancers to her mixtures, trying to make Adana happy and life easier for her sisters. She's been spiking the dried leaves and other infusions she provides the coven with. It was all the purpose of helping everyone meet their quarterly controls, but still to do so covertly. Apparently some witches discovered that their mixtures were altered, but Jasmine apologized and asked them to keep it hushed up, promising she wouldn't do it again. If we reveal this in a debate, I'm sure it'll cause quite the damage. But it may damage your friendship too. In any case, here's the info. It doesn't hurt to know more about our rivals. It doesn't, but I don't like it. Jasmine's not doing great, and Capressa has only lost support. So Dahlia's got novices, warriors, and explorers on her side. Warriors are supposedly going to be almost impossible to sway. And that's the biggest thing that Dahlia has on her side. Explorers, hopefully, will be swayed to my side once Manaka. Once Manaka finds that behemoth skull. Novices, I've got a couple people working on that, so I should hopefully get some influence there. think I'm going to have him for allies. And then I need to have a visitor. But first I'm gonna try to make a card. Because otherwise I'm not gonna get a break in between visits. Also, I just really want to use this card. It's very cozy looking, so I need something cozy to match. Of course, I could just go straight for the deer folk. Then again, Uenia is the one who taught me how to summon a behemoth. Do this one. Secrets could be good. Or a book. I think the book. We're gonna do the book. Very expensive. But I think very worth it. Just move those for the time being. Monophobia. A space to examine cosmogony. Turning angst into fuel, whispers from everyone you love paint the most horrific words. The Arbiter's book puts this revelation in front of many eyes. Meanings: determination, rightfulness, introspection, guide, discovery, alliance, courage, leadership, purpose, guardian, ego, mercy, wellness, and authority. Hey, Cassia's back. Okay, Cassia, what's up? Hope this works. I extracted this energy from my peppers. Maybe a bit spicy. I hope you like it. I should probably have her do something else at this point. She probably has some sway with novices. Absolutely none with warriors. She seems like she would be a bit of a producer, so we might be able to get her with them. Promote our program. It's either producers or novices. We've got Patrice focusing on novices too, so we can see how she does with producers. Oh, exciting! I'll go and spread the good word, absolutely. Something tells me Cassia's going to be a producer. That seems like where a peppermancer would end up. Oh, hello. Let's focus on the people who have been here for a bit first. I guess I should probably invite Junrisha. I was not the kindest to last time, I guess. Hello, Junrisha. So, you didn't only choose the wrong side. You went as far as to found your own party just to make the same mistake. Good day to you too. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. Whoa, coming on strong. You came all this way just to declare war. Yes. Super. To begin with, you can forget about getting any votes from the academics, and then I'll start working on the other factions. Do your worst, we're not afraid, blackmail, or can't we reach some sort of compromise? Can't we reach some sort... I don't want to compromise with Janisha. Probably shouldn't have invited her over at all. Can we reach sort of compromise? No. See you in Congress. Why did you waste my time? Hi, Patrice. Fantastic news. Eugenia's been meeting with the novices, counseling them in these times of change. She vouched for you, and the novices respect her so much they're all eager to support us now. Thank your mentor for me. Okay, I have something worrying to report. Press has been shamelessly parading Adana's corpse around to gather support. It may be because they go back way too far, but for some reason the corpse complies with everything Capressa says. This is giving our sisters reason to believe in Capressa's plan of keeping Adana as some sort of mystic guide. You need to do something. So the novices, producers... Warriors have started to side with Capressa. Interesting. Interesting. The fact that there's any of the oracles on Compress's side is a little worrying. I should be able to get some of the explorers on my side once I talk to Manaka. I already sent Cassia out to talk to producers. Academics are very much Patrice's thing, but maybe I should see if I can get more of the oracles? I went out and tried to put those novices in their place, but they're not ready to see sense yet. Okay. I think it's best we have you focus on a different demographic. I'm sorry. Oh, you're... okay. Promote our program. You just straight up don't work for some of them. Okay. Let's see how you handle oracles then. Okay, I'll do my best. Be back in a few cycles. For the attention of the Oracle Witch. Hello, my name is Zira. Me and a group of sisters are fleeing a conflict in our former coven. We are being hunted and executed. We are desperate. I beg of you, hear me out. Thank you, Zira, Jade Sculptor. Thanks for having me. My name is Zira. I am a Jade Sculptor. Welcome, Zira. My name is Fortuna. I'm a cartomancer. What can I do for you? I lead a group of refugee witches. We are in desperate need of help. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no, I'll help in any way I can. Am I in trouble for hosting you? I'll help in any way I can. What do you need? I should first tell you about the nature of the conflict. And for you to properly comprehend what's going on, it's imperative that you learn about our culture. Are you familiar with the traditions of the Jade Sculptor? Not much, please educate me, yes, or access Adana's knowledge. Not much, please educate me. With pleasure. Thank you for listening to our story. We, the Jade Sculptors, are specialized in dialoguing with the precious stones. We can ask them what their potential is and carve any of them into magnificent magical tools. The most powerful stone is Jade, the cornerstone of all our power. We owe all our might to the pact we sealed with the Jade Monks. You work with men. I thought they weren't able to achieve witchhood. Oh no, the Jade Monks are the two largest known Jade stones in the universe, each the size of a 5-story pagoda. They whispered their shape into our founding members, and they carved them into what they are today. We worship them, and in exchange they guard the souls of every member of the clan. If you bring the heart of Jade Witch back to the Jade Monks, we can be born again, but as a mortal, retaining our memories, but not our powers. The reborn must remain there in our temple, to humbly serve the living witches of our coven. That's very interesting. Thank you so much for taking the time to explain it to me. Now that you know how we function, you can understand the root of this conflict. I found a way of retaining our power and immortality when rebirthing at the Jade Monk waterfalls. It's all thanks to a new stone carving method I devised, which consists of imbuing quicksilver into the veins of raw jade. But our sisters considered this to be heresy. They claim that the purity of jade must be preserved. But I suspect they are mostly interested in not losing the influx of mortal servants. Some of us, a minority I must say, try to defend the virtue of imbuing jade with metals, however. They declared us heretics and are hunting us down. Ugh, that sounds awful. That's why we need your help. And I'm aware of how risky it is to protect us at the moment. But hear me out. I came up with a proposal that may benefit us both. Okay, let's hear it. I researched many covens to see who'd be best suited to give us asylum, and yours is one of the most powerful. I also learned that your sisterhood works on the basis of invitation. If any sister vouches for another witch, they can become a rightful member of your coven immediately. I happen to know that you are in the middle of some elections, too. So, invite me and my 9 sisters to your coven, and we will all vote for you in the upcoming elections. Wow, that's... We also have some magic saved up, so as compensation for all your trouble, we can offer you 10 units of earth energy. I know the jade sculptures don't have the capacity to mess with a coven as powerful as yours. Take us in, and we will all be safe. Please, I beg you, protect us, and you'll have 10 more votes and more earth energy. I mean, that is very useful. The only reason I would hesitate is the fact that that is going to get us kind of targeted. Like, the jade sculptures aren't going to be very fond of that. This seems like a very easy yes. 10 easy votes and earth energy as well. Seems like an easy benefit. But there's no way this isn't going to make some people very upset, even within the coven. There's got to be some reason why this is going to backfire. But, very well, I accept. By the Jade Monks, is that true? Yes, I can't morally turn you away. Our coven will protect you. Thank you so much. You are saving our lives. We will support you with all our might. Not only with our votes, but also our magic. Whatever we can do for you, we are forever indebted. I only did what was right. Please, here, accept our jade earth energy. Thank you so much. How do we proceed now? Get some rest, meet with the rest of the coven. I can examine your future with my cards, or I could write you a new future. Realistically, they should get some rest. They've been running for their lives. Get some rest, meet with the rest of the coven. I can't believe we're going to be able to stop running at last. You can't possibly know how grateful I am. Me and my sisters will remember this act of kindness for the rest of our lives. I'm just happy to help some fellow witches. Thank you, Fortuna. And good luck with your personal quest. Thank you. Rest yourselves up. Oh, hi, Brahmer. And Cassia. Let's see what we got. Brahmer, I think, was doing energy. Nope, allies. I found someone interesting. I subtly induced the idea that she should pay you a visit. Her name is Curiel, the sensorial witch. She can affect her perception, the perception and sensations of sentient beings, conjure hallucinations, induce synesthesia, or even grant senses humans don't usually have. She seems to be a bit anxious about the current climate in the coven. I'm not sure what'll come out of this meeting, but I sent her your way anyway. And Cassia? I was super afraid of meeting with the producers, but they welcomed me with open arms. I'm a future producer, after all. They were super interested in my peppermancy. They tried to seduce me towards Jasmine's side, but I stayed strong. I even managed to get some of them to sympathize with our program. Oh, and the producers are quite interested in the community service thing, by the way. Okay, that's good. Jasmine doesn't seem to have much going for her. The novices were good, producers were good. Warriors are still going for Dahlia. Explorers are going for Dahlia. Academics are cool with us. Oracles, mostly cool with us. So we're in the lead. Where is Compressor doing the best? Academics. Explorers. And novices. How is Compressor doing the best with the novices? I mean, she's doing the best with the academics, but... Okay. So you're gonna do good with novices and producers. Maybe with oracles. You need to get some of the novices off of Compressor. Oh, exciting! I'll go and spread the good word, absolutely. And a Brahmer, you can harvest energy. Your wish is my command. I'll get you some fresh energy. Then I could probably make another card, but for now, let's... Fortuna, I found it. It was there. You're the real deal. Let me know when I can visit. Yours truly, Manaka. Okay, you're the real deal. You must forgive me for all my condescension. There it was, waiting to be found, overlooked by the ego of so many explorers who wouldn't deign to explore anywhere that's already been named. The skull of a behemoth, big enough to hold a whole coven inside. There's so much power to be learned and drawn from it. You are incredible, Fortuna. Never witnessed such a display of power. Thank you. I've worked with other oracles in the past to aid our expeditions, but this is something else. See, centuries ago, I built a special orrery that continuously sweeps our uncharted space and mutates to depict any changes in our universe, down to the precision of an asteroid. Your cute little house does indeed appear there. So, what the evidence points towards so far is either that the orrery is malfunctioning, or that the place you sent me to didn't exist before our meeting. But that's impossible, of course. Phew, glad I played it safe with her request. I'd like to further test these capabilities of yours if you don't mind. I'm gonna have to start charging you, Manaka. This time it's something pretty straightforward. Do you know what this is? Well, I don't, but apparently Fortuna does. It's what's left of Archwitch Kadamia when her coven scattered her remains. Okay, I know I read about that on one of the card pieces, but no data. This contraption has been around in our coven for a long time, and in all those millennia, there's been little progress with solving its mystery. Oh, I'm impressed. Not many are aware of the existence of Kadamia's artifacts. And you would like me to open it? As a test? Oh no, that would be an unfair demand. We've been stumped by it for ages now. I'd like to find a clue as to what it is, using your divination. What do I get in exchange? Or very well, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. I know what I'm getting in exchange. I'm getting favor with the head of the explorers. I'm going to ask my deck to put you on the path that'll untangle this mystery. Yes, please. Let's take a look at this artifact's future. Focus on everything you've learned about it, on the countless hours you've spent studying it. Cosmic Wheel. Of all the readings that the Cosmic Wheel can come out for. Everything. The artifact can only be opened by the reincarnation of the Archwitch Gadamia. She still hasn't been born, but you'll recognize her once you meet her. You need to pierce through Gadamia's entelechy. A witch named Louise can weave you a key to peel off the protective layers. Study the songbooks of the Deer Folk. Commit to their culture, and soon enough you'll be magically inspired as to how to unravel this mystery. Only a behemoth can open it. You'll need to form a pact with one of them to discover what's inside the artifact. That would push her towards mine or Dahlia's campaigns, since that's the only way to get a behemoth. You'll require the aid of the highest ranking arbiter. She has classified information that will allow you to finally unlock Gadamia's artifact. I mean, I'm personally very fond of this idea. But also using the behemoth reading. So here's the thing, I'm not sure if the readings actually affect the game. The way things have gone. It almost seems like the readings don't affect that much. Especially since the Cosmic Wheel doesn't, like... The Cosmic Wheel, this card, supposedly unlocks all of the possible readings I can get. Which made me think it was gonna be like, whenever I drew it, I would see all of these to the very end. But so far, it's only ever had like these few. Which isn't that many more readings than a normal card gets. I kind of want to give her this one just because this is really cool looking. The artifact can only be opened by the reincarnation of Archwitch Gadamia. She still hasn't been born, but you'll recognize her once you meet her. Ah, so it's a waiting game then. Well, there's some kind of freedom in knowing you can't do anything more. It'll free up a lot of space in my mind, that's for sure. And having experienced your talents firsthand, this must be it. Finally, some progress in Gadamia's mystery. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You surpassed every expectation I had. Even more than that, you made me fall in love with immortality again. Before meeting you, I was disillusioned with this cosmos already. Felt like I had seen it all. And you tore through all that like a supernova, not only showing me new places, but magic beyond my comprehension. I'm so happy to hear that. You have my full support. I'll vouch for you in front of our sisters. I'm looking forward to the future of this coven with you at the helm. Thank you so much. See you in Congress. Good luck with the race. Am I going to be able to leave with, for the thing? I understand the meeting with Jinrisha didn't go well, right? She kind of had it out for me from the start. It was very difficult to make any progress without going the blackmail route. Jinrisha is pulling her strings and convincing many academics to support Jasmine. We need to stop her. Let's get to work. Did you welcome the Jade Sculptor's refugees into our coven? Yeah. That's a bit complicated in the middle of a race, Fortuna. Based on the coven rules, they have the right to vote, and they're voting for us, of course. But this didn't sit well with the rest of the coven. Oh, I understand. Well, I had to welcome them in. I couldn't refuse to help them. Ah. Okay, let's rebuild from here. Oh shit, Dahlia. The ball's on this witch. What happened? She extended an official duel for the whole coven to prove she's the strongest. Oh no. She said she'll take on just anyone. And the worst part is that no one dared to face her. Not even the elders. So her little bravado played out. Oh, I told her to do that. Vote intention is switching towards Dahlia because of this. I think I made that happen with my cards. Back when Dahlia consulted me about the race. Oh, fuck. That explains things then. Don't worry, there's nothing much we can do about it. Let's focus on earning back trust from our sisters now. Had a meeting with some of the Oracle Witches. They're quite the reserved lot. They seem to like the idea of keeping a fellow Oracle at the helm in any case. It was a good meeting, I think. Cassia? It was so exciting to have a meeting with all my newbie sisters. I talked to them about how amazing you are and how you helped me and insisted that we must vote for your party. I feel like it worked really well. They could sense my genuine enthusiasm. That at least pushed Compressor down. Novices are pretty much all mine. Producers are mostly mine. Warriors are back to being all Dahlia's. Makes sense with what she just did. Explorers, mostly Dahlia. I really thought talking with Minaka would help with that. So I need someone to help influence the explorers. Academics, Patrice can help with that. Oracles are on my side. Patrice, you're on academics. They're your people. I could steal the rest of the producers. If I'd known about the duel, I could have... No, I couldn't have shown up for it. I'm in exile. Curiel the Sensory Witch. Oh, I can't read that at all. Fascinating. Hello. Welcome. This is Woon. Wait, I don't understand you. Maybe there's a way for us to connect? Consult with the cards, use Adana's knowledge to translate, or I shouldn't have used my powers, I'll let this go. This is a good time to use Adana's knowledge. Nemesis and Mentor, this your eye once studied every tongue. Grant me access to my sister's words. Well, did it work? Yes! I can understand you perfectly fine now. It worries me that you don't know the tongue of the nebula. It is the only way to access true knowledge and power. Yes, it's extremely hard for human witches to master, but it's a skill I want to acquire eventually. Oh hey, bad at making names. Nice to see you in chat again. Very well. Where was I? Oh yes. I have the power to destroy your party. That's an opener. Alright, here we go. I don't know if you're familiar with my arts. I have the ability to sabotage anything. There's a path to decay in everything, be it a planet, a community, or an idea. I can read those lines and steer anything in that direction. And what's the purpose of coming to say all of this to my face? A test. The best prospect for a coven is to have a powerful oracle at the helm. That's why you are my favorite candidate. Good to know. You have a funny way of showing support, though. I need to ascertain that you have what it takes to lead. What do you propose? I am going to offer you the opportunity to sabotage your rival's efforts. I've already studied them, and I know how to suffocate their momentum. Just say the word and they are done. But, should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't answer me yet. This is a test after all, so I want you to take your time and ponder how you will act in this scenario. So let's see if I've understood you. You are threatening to destroy us if we don't choose to destroy our opponents. I believe it's a bit more nuanced than us. This is a little more than 1 + 1. I mean, let's be honest, I don't want to destroy any of my opponents. I have made that very clear throughout this entire game. Your rivals may reject the offer too. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? I see. So, do you get off on this kind of stuff, or what's the deal with you? Give it some thought. I am not bluffing. I need to try transforming our coven to assess if it can stand the test of entropy. Okay. Take your time. Summon me when you are ready to make a choice. Do not choose, and I will make the choice for you. See, here's the thing. I've kind of already decided I'm not going to destroy anyone, because I already know I'm gonna win. That's just kind of how the game goes. Hello! I got to talk with one of your partners recently, and they told me we could probably help each other. I don't have any clear political leanings, but maybe there's a way to use my powers to make life better for all our sisters during these trying times. I don't know. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Kindly, Curiel, the Sensory Witch. That is the last familiar in my window, so maybe I'll finally get a break. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi, welcome. This place is so cool. Thanks. I wouldn't mind being imprisoned here. It's worse than it seems. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Right off the bat, my big mouth ruining everything. It's alright. It's my personal curse, always making things awkward. Really, don't worry. I'm awkward in my own way, too. Okay. Let me tell you, we wouldn't like spending 200 years here. I'm so sick of these walls. Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna be exiled here, they could have at least exiled me with some paint so I could, I don't know, redecorate every once in a while. Oh, I know! Oh, I know. Let me make up for it. Hello? Better? Where did everything go? Don't worry, everything is still in its place. I just altered our senses. Whoa, I love this. I wish I could do this. It would have made being exiled much easier to bear. Ah, funny you mentioned that, because I came to see you precisely to discuss my talents. What's the matter? Well, sensorial magic makes a great party trick, but beyond that, I feel pretty useless. Shut up, sensorial magic is super cool, or oh, that's your only talent. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, but cool doesn't earn you much respect in this community. And I understand why. I mean, I can't affect reality in any way. After several centuries, I've come to terms with it. Really. But from time to time, imposter syndrome kicks in. What? Is that a thing witches can feel? Like, I mean, you're a witch, you're immortal, and you fly across outer space. There's no doubt about you being a witch. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm a one-trick pony. And that trick isn't really going to have any impact on the cosmos. Literally. I don't see it like that, but I can't possibly understand. You're the one who's been struggling with this for centuries. No need to pity me, though. I mean, I have a pretty good life, magical frustrations aside. Oh, not at all. From my perspective, your powers are incredible. The home is gone because this witch, her powers are to affect our senses. So basically, she made it so we were no longer perceiving the house. Yeah. Haha, thank you. What about you? How do you feel about your powers? You're an oracle, right? Pretty comfortable with them. I wish it was more spectacular or too much responsibility. Pretty comfortable with them at this point. Yeah, a little lore about this game, since you haven't seen the previous streams. Every witch in the coven has a particular type of power. So our main character, this one, has the power to... Well, she thought it was the power to tell the future using her tarot cards. Apparently it's actually the power to write the future, so she determines what the future is going to be when she does a tarot reading, which is pretty cool. We also have a friend whose power is to grow magical plants, and a friend who crafts daggers that basically seem to act like wands. Like each dagger has a specific magical influence, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm pretty comfortable with them. Oh yeah? Yeah, I mean, I was into divination even before I ascended. It's second nature to me. That's so cool. I wish I could feel so in sync with my talents. Actually, I came to see you about that. I've heard wonders about your new deck, so I wanted to ask you to help me find a way to make myself useful. It'll be my pleasure. What do you have in mind exactly? Well, I want to find a way to make an impact on the future of the coven. Like, I can't physically alter anything, but... Can my illusions help our sisters in a substantial way in these times of change? I understand. Focus on your fondest memories of experiencing your powers while I shuffle my deck. Lauda Finem. Determination, rightfulness, alliance, happiness, indifference, and stagnation. That seems pretty fitting. It's kind of funny. It looks like there's a mini version of her sitting on her shoulder. Make everyone envision what a more powerful version of themselves would be like. Project the kind of experiences we'd access if we were to welcome and befriend more witches into our coven. Allow every witch to perceive the utopic version of every candidate's program. Take our sisters' minds off the race to help them relax. I think this would be useful. It would be good for Dahlia's campaign, but also for ours. This would be good for everyone's campaign. This, quite frankly, would be good for everyone as well. More powerful version of themselves. This just says the kind of experiences we'd have. That doesn't say necessarily positive or negative. This one has a lot of fire energy, which could be useful. Make everyone envision what a more powerful version of themselves would be like. That aligns a lot more with Jasmine's campaign, though. Should probably go with this one. Help people relax. Oh? What do you mean? Like sensorial TV to chill to? What? What's that? It's what your reading inspired in me. Like, create a sensorial realm for witches to connect to with their minds and forget about the cosmos for a while. That does sound cool. Yeah? Do you think it's a good idea? Absolutely. I see myself using it for sure. Alright, I'm going to set up something along those lines then. Thank you. Well, there you have it. That's it? Easy as that? Yep. Sorry there aren't any fireworks or anything. No, I mean, I'm very impressed. I love how straightforward it is. Plus, the art on the cards is super cool. I'd love to see more of them. I may become a regular. You're very welcome to come back anytime you want. Yay! I'm going to head out now. I'm eager to start exploring this new purpose the cards have shown me. Go get 'em. Thanks! I had 2 milliseconds of peace, and now I have someone at my window again. You made a great impression on Manaka. She's vouching for us, swaying most of the explorers to our side. Manaka's wonderful. I had a great time with her. That's good. Good energy for the race. Keep it up. Jasmine is going after academics now. She's outright selling fear about how our system is going to lead to chaos and the degrading of our sisterhood's well-established values. Whatever that means. The thing is that the oldest witches are buying it up. Let's stay on our toes. Some weird spell is going around the coven, making everyone feel pretty relaxed. Oh, yeah, I read the cards for Cruel, and inspired her to help our sisters relax in these turbulent times. Well, it's working. Everyone's so relaxed that they've proposed that we postpone the deadline for the campaign by 6 cycles. So everyone has proper time to ponder each option, and it gives us more time to prepare for election day. Oh, wow, cool. Well, more time is certainly good. What you guys got? Had a long chat with some academics. I believe it went pretty well. As one of the Coven's archivists, I know most of the academics well. I'd say it was a productive meeting. Got many of them to see the potential of our proposal. They were especially interested in the permit system. Makes them feel safe knowing that no novice could misuse dangerous magic. We already read this. And a Brahmer. Hey, went for a trip inside a star and got this out for you. Will you make more cards with this? Yeah, that was the plan. Until someone showed up at my window. Let's see, what are we at? Got the novices. Producers are pretty good. I mean, I could send Patrice to the Warriors, but I feel like she's gonna get her ass beat. Explorers. Doing pretty good. Dolly's got some of them. Jasmine has a lot of the academics. And oracles are mostly on my side. Patrice, you're gonna go after the academics again. Since that's your people. And you are going to look for allies and opportunities again. Take a break and make a card. Since we know that the owl person is, well, we're just gonna reject them. I do want to make the deer folk card this time. So let's do a card with that in mind. Need a setting that they would go in. Which I think the road is the best option, since that's the most, like, green, naturey looking thing. Though... one of the largest known stars. The sunset docks, and the colors might clash a little. Yeah, we can put a deer folk in space, why not? Or we could do this guy at last. Haven't messed with him. And that was the behemoth thing, so... we'll do the deer folk some other time. And that guy probably goes best with the Hunter Witch Rifle. If I had to pick something. It's a lot of fire energy, but I think it fits. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Let's give him an earring, because why not? Needs to be pretty small for an ear like that. Can give him 2. Why not? And that's just part of him. Don't like that. But we can use the same trick that we've used with a few cards now. And do a little bit of a banner across the top. Bit on the top, bit on the bottom. And some little stuff in the corners. Makes it look a little nicer. Extra-dimensional hunt. The energy of the star is fierce. The coyote seeks survival, thrives on conflict. The rifle is loaded with angst. The overstimulated fire energy becomes a cleansing power of death and rebirth. Deception, the unknown, rivalry, tragedy, change, and rebirth. Got another guest up there, it looks like. Someone in the middle. Should absolutely see what Cassie is up to first. It is just a scroll hanging there. That's a thing. It's not even a familiar. How'd it go, Cassia? Super afraid of meeting with the producers, but they welcome me with open arms. Future producer, super interested in the peppermancy. Got some of them to sympathize with the program. And they liked the community service thing. Still need some help with the academics. But we are pretty well ahead at the moment. So I think I can have her... Let's see what challenging an opponent's program. Okay. In total, Jasmine is doing the best, so let's do Jasmine, I think. Oh dear. Okay. You know what? Let's just have you harvest energy again. And ponder this. I offer you the possibility to sabotage one of your rivals, but should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer the same deal to them. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? Let me know when you reach a decision. Wooten. I absolutely am not going to sabotage them. Hello, Oracle. Do you have an answer? Yes, I'm ready. Very well. Who do you want me to sabotage? No one. I understand. How do you feel about passing on the opportunity to ensure your victory? Proud, frustrated, relaxed, or scared? Either proud or relaxed, but... Relaxed. That's a shame. I don't believe that you are fit to become the leader of our coven. What? Why? Didn't you say this was a test? Didn't I just take the high road and act honorably? Exactly. You forwent the opportunity to get ahead of your rivals. You are unfit to rule. Well, that's unfortunate for you. It's not fair. The cosmos is as fair as a black hole. You can only hope now that your sisters are as naive as you are. I sincerely hope not, or I'll be forced to leave this obviously decaying coven. I mean, yeah, I literally wrote its decay ages ago, 200 years ago. A sisterhood with the values you uphold is no sisterhood at all. Being unable to perceive entropy is what makes you an idealist, a widespread disease among human witches. But ideals are for those who are well fed and taken care of. The wheel should always be steered by someone who's able to perceive the cosmos for what it is. Time to disprove you, I guess. Good luck with that. Hey, Patrice. Okay, I didn't see this one coming. Dahlia and all the warriors just want some sort of parade around the Sisterhood. It's more of a party than anything informative, but the energy was incredibly powerful. You know how it is with Dahlia. She's just too good at pumping everyone up. But we can come back from this. Charisma is a temporary illusion. We can fight it with well-laid ideas and... Oh, who am I kidding? We need to be more charismatic at any cost. Let's do our best, alright? Had a long chat with some academics. I believe it went pretty well. As one of the coven's archivists? Yep. Same response. Okay. Looks like the parade got the novices' attentions. Some producers. And some oracles. Interesting. As far as the full coven goes, we're still ahead. I can send Cassia out for the novices again when she comes back. The fact that Jasmine still has the academics is unfortunate. Producers are practically all mine. Novices don't respond to Patrice, so that's pointless. She might be able to get the explorers on our side. And I guess we should see what this scroll is. Fortuna, wake up. Are you alright? Open your eyes. Don't leave us, please. Oh. Final chapter. Well, with that, I am actually going to go ahead and end this episode. That was an interesting point to start the next chapter on. I was curious. Bit of a cliffhanger for now, though. We seem to be doing well towards winning the campaign. That did just say we're about to enter the final chapter, so hopefully that'll be interesting. But for now, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to catch any of the previous episodes, they are all uploaded on my YouTube channel at ShadowT5er. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to catch it live in the future, my streaming channel is twitch.tv/ShadowT5er. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next time.